Now, welcome all students of Standard 9. Now, I am R.K.SHRIVASTAVA. Welcome in English tutorial class. Now, dear students, now you guess. This portrait says something. Now you guess it. Yes, that's in front of that boy. There are two ways. The road not taken by Robert Frost. Already, dear students, this is the sixth video of this chapter, The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost. In previous videos, you know that's a major theme, literary device about the poet. That's a line-wise stanza, line-wise meaning, stanzas, and that's overall each and everything. Now at last we discuss about the summary of this poem. So I request all students also, you first of all you draw that very nice portrait in the starting, then after you note down, that's a summary. Here the poet talks about two roads in the poem. In fact, the two roads are two alternative ways of life. Robert Frost wants to tell that the choice we make in our lives has a far reaching result. The poem presents a dilemma that every man faces in his life. One day, while walking in a wooded area full of trees with yellow leaves, the poet comes to a fork in the place and he has to decide which roads he should take. He stands there for long and starts debating over the choice. He looks at the first road as far as he can see, till it bends in the undergrowth. And after paragraph change, you also note down, it seemed to have been traveled by many people. Then he looked at the second road. It was grassy and wanted where means less traveled. The poet is tempted to walk on it. He keeps on thinking for a long time and comes to the conclusion that he cannot walk on both. That is the irony of life. We cannot travel all the available roads no matter how much we may wish to. However, he decides to take the second path with the intention of walking on the first any other day in the future. At the same time, he knows that the chances of his returning that way are very less. He also knows the manner in which one path leads on the other. Now, after paragraph change, you note down. Finally, the poet started moving on the second road. Then the poem shifts to the last stanza, and the poet becomes completely philosophical and talk as if he has traveled for a long era and looks back at the choices that he made in life and their consequences. Now he feels that life has been completely different. He feels that his life has been very different from the common people because he has always been tempted to take the path no generally followed by others. Here he advises doing something different also. It shows the poet as an adventurous man ready to take risk in life, which everyone should be like. So, dear students, I hope that you know down all the summary And I also hope that you understand very well, because in the previous videos already we discussed each and every line of this poem. Now that's a message of this poem already, dear students. That's a previous video already I also talk about, that's a message. Now here also he wants us all to realize that in life we face many different choices. There will be options that will be popular with a lot of people, and options that people will not choose. Now, once we have made a decision, our path, and therefore our future has been determined, we cannot go back and change the decisions we have made. We have made. So, once again, I request all the students, that you should be wise and be careful while making choice out of the options that you have in your life, because your future depends on the choice that you make today. So now that's a very important questions here. Why the road less traveled? We know the poet chose the second road and left for one road for another day. Another day, that means that's the future. And that's the poet makes it clear that the path was more attractive to him and won his approval because it was less worn by other travelers. The lack of other travelers makes it more appealing to him. It appeals to his individuality and sense of independence. So, why the poet? Why the author choose less travel road? Because the poet makes it clear the path was more attractive. So that's a less travel path. That's attract the people and won his approval because less worn by other travelers. So that's something different, makes it more appealing to him. And that's whenever you uh, after selecting, that's the options that depends upon your future. So your decision, your choice makes your future. Okay, here I hope that each and every students to understand very well about this poem. So once again, I request each and every students to, before choosing anything, you take time and take good decision, because your decision makes your future. Okay, thanks, bye, and we next in video.